Hi everyone, Sherry here at Backpack Central. Before we gather to discuss the future of FOCP, we want to take just a few moments to reflect on all that we've encountered this last year and how it's ultimately shaped us into the organization that we are today. Many challenges became opportunities, and adaptation led to evolution. You know, it's been said that oftentimes the grandest of views comes after the most challenging of climbs. And so with that, I invite you to join me at the summit.
So at the onset of the pandemic, we basically were unable to reach the students via the school system, so we had to shift directly into our summer home delivery model, which involves packing up a month's worth of food into a box and then delivering it directly to the students' homes. We also identified a service gap with the Salvation Army mobile meals, and we pulled together a bunch of agencies to provide meals Monday through Friday at sites where students would have issues accessing food as well. Each month we've had to rely on over 100 volunteers to achieve the work that we do. And I think this last year has really showcased the power of collaboration and caring. And it's been pretty cool to see how we've grown. With the Minnesota Department of Education grant that we secured, we're able to provide up to 100 extra meals in addition to our traditional backpack food items. So these are some of the items that we're putting into our boxes and sending out each month.
All of our events experienced challenges this last year, and the first on the schedule was Beer Bots and Bourbon for Backpack, originally planned for June 18th. After postponing, the committee made the difficult decision to move to a 100% virtual format, which provided us some pleasant surprises along the way.
Yeah. So folks could attend via a variety of different options, whether that be virtually or individually or as a BBB block party. Throughout it all, we utilized StreamYard, which is actually a technology we're going to be carrying forward into the future to showcase our different events.
Yes, and because we were utilizing a virtual platform, we were able to secure national acts like bourbon connoisseur Fred Minnick and Soul Asylum to perform, which then engaged attendees from Canada and even Brazil.
Yeah, and throughout it all, we were super upset originally that we weren't able to host the event in a traditional format, but it led to some ingenuity and some new communication and marketing tools, which actually led to a strong sense of community with everyone who attended the event. Now for this next year, we'll be doing a hybrid event, and we hope you all tune in. Ticket sales go live on April 16th, and the event is on June 24th. So get ready.
Going into this school year, we didn't really know what to expect. But when they decided that they weren't going to go back to school in the traditional sense, we wanted to make sure that we remained a consistent source of programming for all of the kiddos on our program. That meant that we continued our delivery model no matter if they went back to school full-time, hybrid, or to continue doing distance learning. We just wanted to make sure that them being in the school building was never a barrier to their nutrition, and so that's why we continue doing our home deliveries this year.
Hey Alina, are you ready to talk about the year-end campaign for Fuel the Future? Together we can.
I would love to.
Wonderful. Did the Facebook post go?
Of course it went. Check
All
that
right.
out.
Been loving the Instagram.
Thanks.
Oh my gosh, and the email blast. I've got so much great feedback from that.
Lots of emails.
And are we all set to do the live streaming of the delivery day?
Oh, of course.
Awesome. And the videos that we've been showing lately online, everybody I've been talking about. Big buzz around town.
Definitely.
All right, what we are talking about is the year-end campaign. This was the one event at FOCP that did not have to undergo many changes. In fact, it got enhanced by an awesome job from our marketing team.
Yes, that's right, Lori. We definitely beefed up our campaign this year from going from giving days to a full-on campaign. We sent out dozens of emails, everyday Facebook posts, which actually brought in an additional $10,000 from every year before. So going forward, we will be implementing a full campaign.
And perhaps our favorite part was this new addition to our Fuel the Future campaign allowed our donors to really get hands-on and see how their dollars are turned into action.
Right.
Hey Sherry, here's the document for you for the Climb to Feed Kids at MSU. Can't wait.
About that. Unfortunately, we're gonna have to make a little bit of a shift this year.
Okay. Hey Sherry, here's some information on the Climb to Slide event at Mount Cato. That's gonna be amazing.
Sounds like so much fun. Again, unfortunately, we're gonna have to make another shift.
Hey Sherry, here's some information on Climb to Feed Kids Climb and Slide here at the warehouse for the pack off and delivery dash.
Sounds like a great idea. Should we give it a shot?
Let's do it.
All right. I mean, ultimately, it ended up working out in our favor. So what were some of your favorite highlights, Lori?
How the teams really came through for us. We had 12 teams meet the above and beyond mark of raising $2,000. We had 2 teams just destroy our records, one being the Rona Runners out of Maple River, who raised over $5,700, coming in at number 1 for schools. And then Team Slip and Slide.
Yes.
They destroyed the record, raising over $10,000. What's not to love there?
Absolutely. And along with that, we were able to create greater connections with those that were participating by having them in our space. And so ultimately, I think we've set ourselves up for success for next year. So save the date for Climb Inside at Mount Cato 2022.
So, in keeping with the theme of everything being canceled in 2020, we also suspended our winter break initiative, which generally takes place at the Mayo Civic Center in downtown Mankato, and it's usually a 2-day event where families come and pick up their boxes, but we decided to do that from our warehouse this year. It was pretty cool. We turned a 2-day event into a 1-day event, and everybody got their food on the same day, and we were still able to offer all of the same items as the traditional event. So we had fridge and freezer items as well as books that all the students got.
Throughout all of the hurdles that we've encountered this last year, our commitment has not wavered from providing food as basic fuel for student success. One other thing has also remained constant. This community has answered every call to action and proved that together we can feed hungry students, cultivate learning, and together we can change lives.
This year, the year-end campaign was the one thing.
You start whenever. Yep.
I totally. Before we gather.
Denied.
Okay.